So imagine, the first I is individual. Will Smith, the great Will Smith, said recently, if what you're doing doesn't affect the life of someone else, then you're wasting your time. As we go through these days, we'll hear a lot about data, we'll hear a lot about technology, we'll hear a lot about artificial intelligence and businesses and how much money we've made or lost. But don't forget, at the center of that, literally in the center of this logo, is a human being. Right? This is all about empowerment, opportunity, and transaction, right? What is the psychology of an individual who is wanting to do a transaction? It is a very interesting thing to explore and really learn how people want to operate and what's going to be great for them and what's going to be a little bit more difficult. M is for money, as you guys can possibly imagine. And in the marketing field, I had a chance to interview on my show, Innovation Crush, the CEO of the 4As, which is the American Association of Advertising Agencies. And sometimes marketing gets a bad rap, as does money in some cases. And what that CEO said to me was that marketing is actually the lifeblood of the economy. The products that we sell and the services that we offer and how we advertise those and how we reach people and engage them in our brand message and our brand promise is actually a benefit to everyone. It builds schools, it offers opportunities, it helps people put food on their plates. So thinking about that. Anybody can guess what the odd pair of socks is? And the cough from stage left. This is about alliances. I'm a big fan of unlikely pairings. I like to look at how to work with other industries that are not native to my own domain. So, what's happening in the world of art? What is NASA doing? What's Elon Musk doing? Looking at these different areas of culture and impact that allow us to just sort of have a broader perspective of how the world works, and also build those partnerships, finding different ways to work together. In improv comedy, there's a rule of yes and. Right? If you've ever been to an improv show, the rule is if I lead you in a direction with a comment or a joke, you have to follow that direction. You can't say no. That is not for me. My character wouldn't do that. What you do is you say yes and so next thing you know, you've got a lot of opportunities and new things built for people to engage with. So that idea of alliances, finding those unlikely partners that you wouldn't normally work with on a day-to-day basis. The G, anyone have a guess for that one? Okay, goofiness. I'm a pretty silly guy. I actually spent 7 years doing stand-up comedy. You probably can't tell now. But I think there's a spirit of having fun while you're here. I know this is work for a lot of us, and a lot of us are tired and jet-lagged and traveled from many miles to be here. But, have fun with each other. Have fun exploring. Have fun finding those alliances. The I is for innovation. Not an empty buzzword, but definitely why we're all here. 4 years ago, this conference didn't exist. And thanks to the idea of innovation and what it offers us, we're all here together. And true innovation is really like a process. It is, an exploration. It is finding those unlikely partnerships. It's focusing on the individual. It is design-centric. It's so many different things, and not just, just what your company does or what a technology will allow you to do. It is these convergences of culture and technology and opportunity that, frankly, make it all work. The N is for naivete. So I believe that we should all sort of approach these things as if we've never done them before. Keeping this wide-eyed view of the world and not being so narrowly focused and being experts, which I'm sure you all are very smart and experts in your field. But I invite you to, dial it back a little bit and be curious, be dangerous in some regard. Especially, I love those signs where it's like, don't do this, otherwise you'll die. So this is just that idea of like being open-minded the whole way through. The last piece is the E. I struggled with this one because I had so many different things I wanted to use for E, but this is what I chose was expansion, expanding your point of view. expanding your products or services reach, expanding your worldview. So this idea that there are so many other industries that we can pull from and borrow from thinking, so many people here, some different life experiences, this is going to expand your knowledge base and expand your capabilities by the end of this 2 days that we all have together.